you have the potential to increase your income. You have the potential to become rich. But this mindset, which I'm about to discuss, is probably keeping you poor. And I won't just discuss it. I'll discuss it, also discuss the rich people's mindset, and share with you actionable things you need to do for you to be able to move from this poor person's mindset to a rich person's mindset so that you are able to increase your income and in the process become rich. You are all much welcome to my channel. My name is Afaga Sifuna. In case you are new here and you love these videos I'm making about money, down below, ensure you click that subscribe button. Subscribe to join the family. Also down there is a like button. Drop a like on this video. And most importantly, in case you are new here, just say happy to join Finance Kenya. Down there, comment saying you are happy to join this family so that I know you are on board and I keep creating these amazing videos each and every day. The mindsets I want to juxtapose are two: liability mindsets and asset mindset. And I'm saying so because even for companies out there, and also this goes for individuals, it is either you are making money currently, you are about to make money in the future, you are incurring expenses, you are planning to incur expenses. Those two things have to balance in the ideal world, but most people get in trouble because they do not balance. Let me start with the liability mindset, which is the biggest trap most people fall under. And the liability mindset traits manifest, for example, people spending their entire salary. And even unfortunately, with each increase in salary, they keep spending that money. They think an increase in salary is a reward for them to go ahead and satisfy their appetites through consumption. If you are spending your entire salary, now the question for you is, are you saving? Are you preparing for the future? Are you capitalizing on opportunities in the market? The answer is likely no, because the largest chunk of salary you are dedicating it to expenses, entertainment, and buying things which you probably don't need. And that is a habit, because if you're not doing that with your current salary, ensuring you're starting to invest and other things, chances are even with salary increase, you're gonna struggle. So do start forming good habits now so that even as salaries increase in future, you will be in a much better standing because you're going to be having the habit of you spending money in the ideal way. And then the second liability mindset, which is affecting people out there, is buying things to impress, buying things they don't need, buying things for social status, buying things for instant gratification. All those are messed up situations. Reason being, it is funny how adults out there assume that other adults care a lot about their lives. Unfortunately, they don't. Case in point, you can go out there and get a loan, which is a liability on your records, okay? Get a particular loan, purchase a car. Of course, a few of your friends are going to tell you an amazing car. Yes, you feel good because they are giving you a round of applause. That is once, okay? It is done. Tomorrow, you are back to operating normally. And you're going to have a dent on your financials because now you need to repay a loan even for the next 5 years. Just because you did decide to buy a car to impress people who have their own lives, who have their own headaches, who have their own priorities. Don't make a financial decision to impress adults. Make a financial decision because it is important to you. Make a financial decision because you have calculated very well. Not to decide to do things to impress adults out there who probably don't care about you that much. And even so, if you get in financial trouble, they won't come through for you. Make financial decisions because you plan for them. They are within your budget and you want to do that, not because you are impressing anyone out there. And then the third liability mindset, which is probably derailing you, is using debt for consumption. Guys, debt or leverage is a double-edged sword. Yes, debt can really assist you skyrocket in case you get into debt for the good reason, and also debt can really derail your financial and personal life. If you start borrowing for consumption, you get on borrowing to satisfy your addictions or even appetites which you have, like impulsive purchases, impromptu purchases, etc. You are playing with fire because yes, you're gonna get into debt, which chances are is is going to start making you live paycheck to paycheck in a very way that you are struggling or even you are anxious, because you are very much waiting to see when next you're going to be paid to offset a given debt so that you are able to borrow again to finance your consumption. And even unfortunately for some people out there are impulse purchase disorders, or even a challenge they have when it comes to impulse purchasing makes them to do borrow debt out there just to outright do purchases because they are feeling like that. If you ask them, have you planned for this? They haven't planned. And that is why, guys, even on this channel, I've made a video on how to beat impulse buying, how to beat impromptu buying. If you haven't watched, watch on this channel. I have a video dedicated to you coming out of impulse purchasing, because a good number of people out there are getting into debt for this particular reason. And also, the other dark side of it is that debt attracts interest. You borrowing money is going to mean you need to dig deeper in your pockets to get more money to be able to offset the money you've borrowed. And that is going to really slow down your quest towards financial freedom. And then the fourth liability mindset, which is probably derailing you, is thinking short term. If you think short term, chances are your financial muscles are also going to be short. Simple as that. Wealthy people out there don't think short term. They think in strategies, they develop strategies, and they even have a long term horizon for their strategies, even years. If you are thinking short term, chances are you'll be thinking about consumption. You'll be thinking about getting in debt. You'll be thinking about jumping on gratification, as opposed to you thinking about long term. Because when you think about long term money horizon, you probably make decisions which you know very well there are cons and pros right from the onset. How they're going to affect you a year in, how they're going to affect you 5 years in. And you will sit and reflect before you jump on anything. But short-term thinking is going to confine you to urgent, only pressing things. And that is going to push you towards debts, is going to push you towards satisfying short-term things, which are going to have impact for you in the long term. Okay? And then the fifth liability mindset, which most people have out there, is seeing money as something they only need to spend. That is quite unfortunate, because a good chunk of adults out there, whenever they hear money, whenever they get money, they think about spending. They're not thinking about alternative uses of money and how money can become a powerful tool to assist them obtain financial freedom. So if you always think about expenditure, how are you going to spend money? If, for example, I give you right now 10,000 Kenya shillings, the only thing you think about is that I'm going to spend 2K on this, 5K on this, 3K on this, 1K on this. Chances are you are shortchanging yourself, because money is a powerful tool for many things out there, not just spending. So shift that particular mindset. And talking about shifting, let's now look at the asset mindset, which is the mindset which wealthy people, rich people out there have that assist them continue to prosper financially, as poor people out there suffer because of liability mindset. An asset mindset looks like this. First and foremost, you do pay yourself a small percentage of the money, okay? Before paying for other things, maybe there are things which you desire to do to assist you be in a much better position to be able to generate more income. Case in point, maybe you need to do purchase or pay for a given online course, okay? Maybe you need to do or join a given club membership, which you're going to draw yourself towards those people who are doing businesses. You can be having a small amount of your income dedicated to you paying yourself, not of course extravagant, even a small percentage like 5%. And you use that particular amount of money for your own self-development. And I'm saying so, and I begin with this because most people do ignore these, and yet self-development is what is going to propel your thinking. It's what is going to assist you get to the other level of you building wealth, because you can't build wealth with just the same mindset, the same knowledge. You need to continue improving. Dedicate a small percentage of money to pay yourself, and this is going to assist you improve, okay? And then the second thing which you need to do, which is now the asset mindset, is you putting your money in those things which generate income. Put your money in assets which generate income. Case in point, you purchasing a business. Case in point, you pumping money in the stock market because you want to invest. Okay? Case in point, you going out that maybe pump money in MMS because you want to hold them for the short term as you also enjoy interest. You thinking about those assets which bring income as a priority, that is an asset and rich people mindset, as opposed to thinking about consumption. So think about those assets which bring you income because you desire to increase your income so that even in the near future, your expenditure or your budget is nothing compared to your income. Okay? And then the third money mindset or asset mindset which you need to develop is you viewing skills as assets. And this I'm reiterating again, guys, because it's a big thing. Poor people think they have reached in life. They have reached their peak. Just because, for example, someone went to school, they had maybe they did study a given certificate course, diploma course, or degree course, or even master's degree course. They think they have reached their ceiling. Guys, knowledge out here becomes outdated. We are living in an era of disruptive technology. Each and every day, we see new AI tools coming up. Okay, we are living in an era where things are moving fast around different skills, sales, leadership, communication, utilizing technology, negotiation, you name it. All these are skills which we need to keep honing. There are new techniques which are coming up each and every day. We need to jump on new techniques for us to stay at the frontier. So you investing intentionally on improving your skills is going to assist you level up big times. So view skills as assets, okay? And that is going to assist you big time. And then the fourth money mindset when it comes to assets is viewing things from the lens of return on investment. That is a powerful thing which you need to develop. Viewing things from the lens of return on investment. Just because your friend tells you, hey, are you around? Come and take me somewhere. What are you getting in return to your investment? Because time is your asset. At a particular point in time, even assuming you don't have money, time is your asset. So you going out there, for example, to spend 5 hours to walk someone to a given place and back. What are you getting? Are you, for example, getting business ideas along the way? Are you, for example, as you're going there too, also going to negotiate a business deal? Okay? Are you, as you're going there, maybe, are you going to make a bond or build rapport with new business partners? What exactly are you getting as a return on investment? I'm not saying social interactions out there need to be transactional. No. There is an aspect of social interactions which is human, is driven by our desire to interact as human beings. But then beyond that, you need to also be thinking about return on investment. A given percentage of money you are spending, what are you getting back? Are you getting interest on investment? Okay. Are you, for example, maybe getting maybe coupon rate, which is interesting, which is still interest, of course. Are you, for example, getting dividends? Are you enjoying share price appreciation? What exactly are you getting as return on investment? Quantify both qualitative way, what exactly it is, call it, and also quantify in a way that you can put a percentage to it. If you think like that, you'll be very keen on how you dedicate your resources, how you utilize your time, how you utilize your skills, because you're going to be looking at it from the lens of any effort you put in, you need to be thinking about a return on investment. And that mindset is going to assist you level up over time because you're going to be doing things which are going to be to your advantage. And then the fifth thing which assets or rich people mindset clicks on is delayed gratification. Please note, I indicated poor people or liability mindset tells people spend right now, get in debt right now. But the assets mindset is delayed gratification, which is a very powerful ability for any human being to have out there. If you can't delay your immediate desire for gratification, be sure you are well ahead compared to 80% of people out there. Because most people out there move and actualize their urge for instant gratification. If you are able to control your appetites, control your desires, plan on how you're going to satisfy them and think about them before satisfying them, chances are you'll avoid lots of personal problems out there and also money problems because you're going to have your appetites in check. Learn that particular skill and you'll be able to thrive. So having said all this, how do you move from you having a liability mindset to you moving towards an asset mindset? It starts with taking actionable steps, not just saying, I will do. Start doing and start today. The first thing you need to do is to track where each and every of your money or each and every of your shilling or dollar goes to. Write down. Because by you writing down, you're going to have the accurate state, which you're going to reflect upon and make informed financial decisions. So write down exactly where each and every of your money goes to. In case you're getting a salary, how are you spending that money? Okay? Write down and reflect. Once you write down, you start picking those areas which are red flags. You start picking those areas which are gray areas, the areas where you need to improve. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna continue being in the same trap. There is power in tracking and writing down where each of your money goes to. Then after that, set a monthly asset goal. Guys, this is very powerful. People out there assume you need to have a very big or humongous asset goal for you to start moving. You can even start with little amount of money, 1K, 5K, 10K. Push that towards assets and then see how you start growing that particular asset mindset as opposed to consumption mindset or liabilities mindset. Even simple things, like, for example, out here, some investment, like for example, some shares of companies, some MMFs even allow you to get into those with just 1,000 Kenya shillings. Why aren't you doing that today? You are waiting for the perfect time when you have tens of millions for you to invest, when you have tens of millions for you to get into real estate. You can't even capitalize on real estate investment trusts, which allow you to get into these particular assets with a very low barrier, and you're gonna be in a good standing. Okay. And then the third thing you need to do to move from this negative side to the positive side, okay, whereby you move from liabilities to assets, is surrounding yourself with the ideal people. There is power in mindset, there is power in synergy. If you are in a place where the synergy is off, people are thinking about consumption, people are thinking about the latest clothes and how they need to get loans to purchase those latest clothes, people are thinking about lazing around instead of being productive, chances are you won't escape the pact even if you're thinking or reading lots of things. Surround yourself with people who have done amazing things before, who are thinking about assets and are always on the asset mindset, and you too gonna jump on that because building wealth and thinking about wealth is contagious. Let no one lie to you. If you are thinking about consumption, you are thinking and wallowing in problems, you are thinking about getting in debt, that's also contagious. So surround yourself with people who have done things before, who have done amazing things, and you too can jump on doing amazing things. And then the fourth thing which you need to do is utilize 24-hour rule. In case you are out there spending money frivolously, getting into liabilities, getting into debt to purchase things, utilize 24-hour rule, which basically say before you do any major purchase, allow yourself 24 hours to think, to reflect on all possibilities before executing. That is going to assist you slow down and really think if in the first place you need to do a particular purchase, if you need to first of all take the particular debt, or you're going to be shooting yourself on the foot. 24-hour rule is going to assist you tempt impromptu purchase. It's going to assist you avoid bad debt because people out here get in those expensive debts even for things they need because they haven't allowed themselves time to reflect. They want instant gratification instead of delaying gratification to reflect. Because if you reflect and if something tells you it is something important, you can still go ahead to get into debt, which you've really thought about very well. Thought about the thing you want to purchase, thought about the alternative costs or opportunity costs before you do purchase. But the most important thing is for you to reflect and utilize 24-hour rule before you jump on anything. And then the last thing you need to do is to review progress regularly. Just because you have a plan, it doesn't mean you are sticking to your plan. That is why calling yourself to a meeting or even having an accountability partner who can assist you review what you wrote down and see if you are getting traction is going to really assist you big time. See how you are moving towards the asset mindset, how the wealthy, how the rich think, as opposed to continue to think like a poor person whose mind thinks liability day in, day out. So have those particular regular reviews scheduled on a given date, maybe at the end of the week, at the end of the month. Reflect, be honest with yourself, and be sure you're going to make positive progress towards thinking like the wealthy and at the end improving your financial position and be able to build wealth. What do you all think? Do you think this video is useful to you? Do you think the tips I've shared are very actionable and can assist you build wealth? Comment down below. Let's continue discussing. Cheers, guys, and you all stay safe.